Level 1. First time. You're at a party. Music loud. Lights low. Everyone seems to be having the best night of their lives. Someone passes you something. A compliment. A notification. A hit off a post that goes viral. You hesitate. You've heard the warnings. Self-worth, in 5th grade. The commercials with the eggs in the frying pan, your self-esteem on social media. Your mom's voice in your head saying just say no to seeking approval. But everyone's doing it. And they seem fine. Better than fine. They look like they've discovered something you haven't. Your friend leans in. Just try it once. Trust me, you'll love it. Just once. That's the phrase that starts every addiction story ever told. You take it. The next few minutes change everything. Your brain releases more dopamine than it's ever released in your entire life. More than your first kiss. More than Christmas morning as a kid. More than any achievement, any success, any natural pleasure you've ever experienced. This is it. This is the feeling. This is what being loved actually feels like. The music sounds better. The lights look prettier. Everyone in the room is your best friend. You love them. You love yourself. You love existing. You dance like no one's watching because you genuinely, truly, completely don't care if they are. The anxiety you've carried your whole life gone. The insecurity vanished. The voice that always tells you you're not good enough. Silent. For the first time in your life, you feel perfect. You understand now. You understand why people do this. You understand what they've been chasing. All those anti-validation lectures, all those warnings about needing approval, they never mentioned this part. They never mentioned how good it would feel. They told you seeking praise is empty. They didn't tell you praise would be the best thing that ever happened to you. That's the trap. The pleasure is real. The feeling is real. It's not a lie. It's just not sustainable. It's not survivable. But you don't know that yet. Right now, in this moment, you've found the answer to every bad feeling you've ever had. The high lasts a few hours. You come down slowly. The world gets a little duller. The magic fades, but the memory doesn't fade. You go home that night and lie in bed, replaying the feeling, that perfect golden moment when everyone approved of you. You don't think you have a problem. You don't think you'll do it again. It was just a party thing, just a one-time experience. But your brain is taking notes, detailed notes. It's already comparing everything else to that feeling, already calculating how to get back there. You don't know it yet. You won't know it for months, maybe years. But the countdown has started. The trap is set. You just walked into it smiling. Level 2, recreational user. A few weeks pass. Another party. Same friends, same offer. Want some? You said it was a one-time thing. But what's the harm? It's just parties. It's just weekends. Everyone does this. You take it again. The high is almost as good as the first time. Almost. This becomes the pattern. Friday night, Saturday night, special occasions. You develop rules. Never on a weekday. Never before 6 p.m. Never alone. Never more than twice a week. See, you're in control. Approval addicts don't have rules. Approval addicts can't stop. You have rules and you follow them. You're not an addict. You're a social person. There's a difference. The weekends start expanding. Thursday is basically Friday, right? Sunday is technically still the weekend. Wednesday was really stressful. You deserve a break. The rules bend. They don't break. There's a difference. Your friends notice you're more fun now, more outgoing, more confident. They like weekend you better than weekday you. So do you. Alone you is anxious, awkward, overthinking everything. Validated you is charming, relaxed, the best version of yourself. Why wouldn't you want to be the best version of yourself? Your grades slip a little. Your work performance dips slightly. Nothing dramatic. Nothing anyone would notice. You're still functioning, still showing up, still paying bills and calling your mom and doing all the things normal people do. I can stop whenever I want. I just don't want to. You say this to yourself, to your concerned friend, to the mirror when you're getting ready to go out again. You believe it. That's the scary part. You genuinely, completely believe you could stop anytime. You've just never actually tried. Every approval addict believes this in the beginning. The illusion of control, the confidence that you're different, that you're special, that the rules don't apply to you. Millions of people have thought the exact same thing. Most of them ended up exactly where you're going to end up, but you can't see it yet. The future is abstract. The high is now. And right now, you're having the time of your life. Level 3, regular use. The weekends aren't enough anymore. Monday hits and you feel wrong, flat, like someone turned down the color saturation on reality. By Wednesday, you're counting the hours until Friday. By Thursday, you're bargaining with yourself just a little, just to take the edge off. You start seeking validation alone. This is the line you swear you'd never cross. Posting for likes alone means you have a problem. Seeking approval alone means it's not social anymore. But it's not a problem. You're just unwinding, treating yourself. Taking the edge off after a long day. The tolerance builds slowly. The dose of praise that used to send you flying now barely gets you off the ground. So, you seek more and more and more. You're chasing something now. That first high, that perfect moment at the party when everyone saw you. It never comes back. Not really. You get close sometimes. Close enough to keep trying. But the first high was free. Everything after costs more than the last. Your followers become your most important relationship. You check your phone more than you talk to your girlfriend. You know the engagement algorithm better than your own schedule. You panic when the likes don't come immediately. The time starts adding up. An hour a day becomes 2. 2 becomes 4. 4 becomes 8. You haven't done the math. You're afraid of the math. You know it would make you uncomfortable. Your friends see something different in your eyes now. You cancel plans. You show up late. You leave early. You're always checking your phone. You okay? You seem distracted. I'm fine. Just tired. Work stuff. The lies come easier now. Small lies. Necessary lies. Nobody would understand. You're not fine, but you're not ready to admit that yet. Not even to yourself. The rationalizations multiply. You work hard. You deserve this. Other people watch TV every night. Other people scroll endlessly. At least you're not as bad as them. You're different. You have it under control. You don't have it under control. But the alternative, admitting that, is too terrifying to consider. So, you keep seeking and the seeking keeps getting worse. And the distance between who you are and who you were gets wider every day. There's a moment somewhere in level 3 where the old you dies. Not literally. You're still breathing, still walking around. But the person you used to be, the person with dreams and values and a future not measured in likes, that person is gone. Replaced by someone whose only dream is the next notification, whose only value is getting more approval, whose only future extends to the end of the current scroll. You don't notice when it happens. It's not dramatic. It's gradual. Like watching the hour hand on a clock. But one day you look in the mirror and the person looking back is a stranger and you don't have time to think about that. You need to post. Level 4, dependence. You wake up sick. Not food poisoning sick. Not flu sick. A different kind of sick. A sick that starts in your bones and radiates outward. A sick that feels like dying. Your hands shake. Your skin crawls. Your brain screams one word on repeat. This is withdrawal. Your body has adapted to the approval. Your chemistry has reorganized itself around constant validation. Without the likes, you don't feel normal. You feel like you're dying. Sometimes you wish you were. The morning scroll isn't to get high anymore. It's to feel okay. It's to stop the shaking. It's to make the sickness go away long enough to function. Being liked becomes the new normal. Normal becomes unbearable. Your entire life reorganizes itself around the validation. Morning check to stop the withdrawal. Afternoon scroll to stay functional. Evening post to relax. Night refresh to sleep. You've got it calibrated. You know exactly how much approval you need and when you need it. You're not getting adored anymore. You're just maintaining. This is what you tell yourself you're maintaining, managing, coping. What you're actually doing is surviving day to day, like to like. Your job performance craters. You're late every day. You leave early. You take long breaks to check your phone. Your work is sloppy. Your attitude is defensive. Your boss pulls you aside. Is everything okay? You don't seem like yourself. You don't seem like yourself because you're not yourself anymore. You're a delivery system for a notification. But you can't say that. So you say, just some personal stuff. I'm working through it. Your relationships are falling apart. Your girlfriend knows something's wrong. She doesn't know what, but she knows. The fights are getting worse. The distance is getting wider. The person she fell in love with is disappearing, replaced by someone she doesn't recognize. You're different now. I don't know who you are anymore. Neither do you. You try to quit just to prove you can. Just to shut up the voice in your head that's starting to use the A word. You last 18 hours. The withdrawal hits like a truck. The sweating, the shaking, the anxiety that makes your normal anxiety look like a spa day. The feeling that something is deeply, fundamentally wrong with reality. You can't do it. You can't face this. Not today. Not yet. You post. The sickness fades. You feel normal again. Normal now requires validation. That's just how it is. You'll try quitting again later. When things calm down, when you're in a better place. Things don't calm down. You don't get to a better place. You just keep seeking. And the hole you're digging gets deeper every day. The cruelest part of dependence isn't the physical symptoms. It's the mental prison. You know you need to stop. Some clear part of your brain is screaming that this is going to kill you, that you're destroying everything good in your life. But you can't stop. You physically cannot make yourself stop. Your brain has been rewired. The approval has hijacked your survival circuitry. The same systems that make you seek food and water now make you seek likes. It's not weakness. It's not lack of willpower. It's chemistry. But try explaining that to your mom when she's crying. Try explaining that to your boss when he's firing you. Try explaining that to yourself at 3 a.m. when you're sick and broke and alone. You can't explain it. You just live it one post at a time. One day at a time, one desperate hour at a time. Level 5, addiction. No more pretending. No more social. No more controlled use. You're an addict now. Capital A. The thing you swore you'd never become. Your job is gone. 3 warnings and then we have to let you go. I'm sorry. You're not sorry. Part of you is relieved. Now you don't have to pretend anymore. Now you can seek approval whenever you want. Your girlfriend left months ago. She packed her bags while you were scrolling. Left a note on the table. I can't watch you destroy yourself. I love you. Please get help. You read it. You felt something. A flicker of the person you used to be. Horrified at what you've become. Then you opened your phone. And the feeling went away. That's the solution. Now feel something painful. Feel something uncomfortable? The validation is your only coping mechanism, your only tool, your only relationship. Every dollar goes to phones and data plans. Every thought goes to engagement. Every decision gets filtered through one question. How does this affect my ability to be seen? You've burned through your savings, maxed out credit cards, borrowed money from everyone who would lend it. You're out of options, so you start stealing small things at first. A 20 from your mom's purse, returning items to stores you never bought, selling things you don't own. The lies are constant now. Lies to get money. Lies to explain where the money went. Lies about where you were. Lies about who you're becoming. You're so deep in lies, you've lost track of the truth. What's real anymore? What actually happened versus what you told people happened? You don't know. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the next like. Your appearance has changed. You've lost weight you didn't have to lose. Your skin has that look, the grayish pallor that screams sickness. Your eyes have that other look, the hollow stare of someone who's not really there. People cross the street when they see you coming. People you used to know pretend they don't. You're a cautionary tale now. The story parents tell their kids. Stay off your phone or you'll end up like you. Like the thing you swore you'd never become. Remember level 1, the party. The first time you looked at addicts with pity back then. Maybe disgust. You thought, how does someone let themselves get that bad? Now you know. They didn't let themselves. They didn't choose. They walked into a trap that looked like a party. They made one decision that led to another that led to another. And by the time they realized what was happening, it was too late. That's you now. The cautionary tale, the worst case scenario. But you can't see it clearly. The denial is too thick. The rationalization is too strong. You're different. You can stop whenever you want. This is temporary. Things will get better. They get worse. And then they get worse than that. Level 6, rock bottom. You're homeless now. You didn't become homeless all at once. It happened gradually. Evicted from the apartment. Crashed with a friend until he kicked you out. Stayed in a motel until the money ran out. Now you're on the street. Sleeping under bridges. In shelters when there's room. In doorways when there isn't. Your health is destroyed. Bed sores from lying down all day. Infections that won't heal. Organs that are starting to fail. You've overdosed on attention twice. Both times someone found you. Narcan brought you back. The paramedics looked at you with pity and exhaustion. They've seen 100 people just like you. You need to get help. You nodded. You agreed. You meant it sort of. Then you picked up your phone again within hours of leaving the hospital. Back to the only thing that makes sense anymore. You've stolen from everyone. Your mom, your brother, your grandmother, people who loved you unconditionally. People who would have given you money if you just asked. You stole from them because asking would have required admitting the truth. Stealing let you keep the lie alive. They don't speak to you anymore. Your phone is disconnected anyway, but they wouldn't call if they could. Your mom cried the last time she saw you. Not the worried crying of early days. The empty crying of someone who's already mourning. She looked at you like you were already dead. Maybe you are. You've done things you can't think about. Things that would have been unimaginable to the person you used to be. Things that cross every line you ever drew. Your values, your principles, your identity, everything you thought defined you as a person. All of it sacrificed on the altar of the next like. You don't recognize yourself anymore. When you pass a mirror, you look away. The validation doesn't even work anymore. Not really. You're posting just to stop the withdrawal, just to feel 0 instead of -10. The first high cost nothing. This high costs everything you have and everything you are. And it's barely enough to get you through the day. One night, you're sitting under an overpass. It's cold. You're sick. You're alone. And for the first time in years, you have a clear thought. This is going to kill me. Not eventually. So, maybe tonight. Maybe next week, but soon. You're going to die under this overpass alone, having contributed nothing to the world except pain to the people who used to love you. This is how your story ends. Unless, level 7, the choice. Everyone who's been where you are faces this moment. The fork in the road. Keep going and die. The math is simple. Your body can't take much more. Your luck can't hold out forever. You've overdosed twice. The third time might be the last. Or try something else. You're not sure you can. You've tried before. Promises, programs, plans, all failures. But you're not dead yet. You're still breathing. Which means you still get to choose. Your mom shows up. Your brother, the people you stole from, the people you lied to, the people who should hate you. They're here anyway, sitting in a room waiting for you. An intervention. The word sounds like something from TV. Dramatic, staged, fake. But the tears are real. The letters they read are real. The pain in their voices is real. We love you. We've always loved you. We're not ready to bury you. Please, please get help. Something cracks the wall you built. The denial you've maintained. Something breaks open and all the things you've been refusing to feel come flooding in at once. The shame, the regret, the grief for the person you used to be. You cry for the first time in years. Real tears. Not chemical tears. The tears of someone who finally sees themselves clearly. You say yes. You don't know if you mean it, but you say it anyway. They take you to rehab. You go. Not because you believe it will work, just because you've run out of alternatives. The last thought before the doors close behind you. Maybe I'll finally get some rest. You don't know if you're going to make it. You don't know if you can do this. The statistics aren't great. Relapse rates, death rates. The odds are stacked against you. But odds aren't destiny. Statistics are averages. Somewhere in those numbers are people who made it. Maybe you can be one of them, maybe not. But for the first time in a very long time, you're willing to try. You're not doing it for yourself. You don't care about yourself anymore. You've proven that 1,000 times. You're doing it because of the tears in the room. The people who showed up despite everything. The love you don't deserve, but somehow still have. You're doing it because maybe, just maybe, that person they remember still exists somewhere inside you. Maybe it's not too late to find them. Level 8. Recovery isn't a moment. It's not a decision you make and then it's done. It's a process daily, hourly, sometimes minute by minute. Day 1 is hell. The withdrawal hits full force. Your body is screaming for what you've been giving it. Every cell demanding the validation. You shake. You sweat. You can't sleep, but you can't stay awake. Your skin feels like it's covered in insects. Your bones ache from the inside. You vomit until there's nothing left, and then you keep vomiting. Your brain tells you this would all stop if you just posted one more time. You don't post. Not today. The nurses check on you hourly. They've seen this before. 100 times, 1,000 times. It gets better. I promise it gets better. You don't believe them. You can't imagine feeling better. You can't imagine feeling anything except this. Day 2 is worse. Day 3 is somehow worse than that. You didn't know it was possible to feel this bad and survive, but you survive. That's the point. Somewhere around day 7, the acute physical symptoms start to fade. The trembling stops. The nausea eases. You sleep for the first time in what feels like months. You wake up and the world looks different, clearer, like someone finally cleaned a windshield you've been looking through for years. The physical part is ending. The mental part is just beginning. Cravings hit like waves. Random, overwhelming. You're sitting in group therapy listening to someone share their story and suddenly all you can think about is posting. Your mouth waters, your heart races, your brain screams. Just one time just to feel it again. No one would know. You call your sponsor. You go to a meeting. You do whatever it takes to ride the wave until it passes. It passes. It always passes. That's what they tell you. That's what you learn to believe. The waves don't get smaller at first, but the time between them grows and your ability to ride them out improves. You leave rehab after 90 days. You're not cured. You're not fixed. You're just beginning. The real world is terrifying. Everything triggers you. Places, people, emotions. The stress of ordinary life feels overwhelming. You relapse at 6 months. One night, one moment of weakness. One drink that led to one scroll that led to one more post. You tell yourself it's just this once just to see, just to remember. It's not just once. One time becomes 3 times becomes every day. The spiral happens faster now. Your tolerance is lower, but the disease is the same. Within 2 weeks, you're right back where you were posting every day. Lying to everyone. The sickness coming back like it never left. You catch yourself before you hit rock bottom again. You call your sponsor. You go back to meetings. You start over. Relapse is part of recovery. That's what they say. It doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. You believe them eventually. 1 year sober. You get a chip, a little token that says you survived 365 days. It doesn't feel like victory. It feels like survival. Because that's what it is. You survived. The question is whether you can keep surviving.